Hello, welcome back to Nancy Said. In this video, we're going to be looking at rows of double crochets, in particular how to keep your edges straight. Very important. So I'm going to show you how to do it right, and then I'm going to show you a few things where I think you might be going wrong. Chain 1. It doesn't count as a stitch, so we'll find this first stitch right here and we'll work into it. And we'll be generous, because it's quite hard to see your first and last stitches. Here at the end is where people tend to go wrong, because they see this and they think, oh, I'll go in there. But that's not it. That's the chain 1 that didn't count as a stitch. So tip your work towards you, and you can see that that is the full stitch there, both parts. Nothing to do with that, the chain 1 didn't count. So from here, I put my hook in at an angle that I can get both parts of that stitch at the back. 2 loops, and I'll work my double crochet generously in there. And the key is the generous part, because you don't want to be looking for little cauliflowers. You would like to be able to see nice clean stitches. There I've exaggerated the chain 1 at the start, so let's go back over. When you're turning your work, an important thing, lay it flat, turn it as if this were a page of a book, and that has the advantage of keeping your yarn behind and not in front, which might cover that first stitch, which is where you could be losing it. So chain 1, I put my finger here. If that helps you, you might like to try that, and I pull back, and oh, there it is. Easy to see when you pull back. Well, if you don't pull back, you could see it, or you could maybe think that's the first stitch. So pull back and go in there under both loops generously, and carry on over the row, making nice proper full stitches with a long front leg, which is this one. Allow it to come up decent, stretch up and pull down. So I'm pulling down on this, up on the hook, so that that comes through cleanly. And the stitches are even. Now here we approach the last stitch, which is here. Not the chain 1, it's this stitch here. If you tilt your work towards you, you'll see it. Here it is, the 2 loops of the last stitch. You want to be putting your hook under there with the help of Mr. Thumb. Generous. Turn like a book. Chain 1, pull back, first stitch. And you get, yes, you get this little bump every other row, which a lot of people don't really advocate for, but it is a bonus. It has several advantages, especially if you come to pick up stitches. You can see where to pick them up. It's not a blur. You know, if you're turning your work that way and you want to work an edging, that has that advantage. But it's also quite nice. I mean, that could be a picot. It's a nice edge, and it's just, if you're struggling to see your edges, do it that way over, say, 9, 6, 7, whatever many stitches, a short number of stitches, because if you can get it right in double crochets like that, then you stand a fair chance to be able to get it right later. So I hope you give that a go. Double crochets are my favorite stitches. I know it's a bit perverse, but I just love them. There's so much scope for them, and look, it's just gorgeous little fabric. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.